PGEE registration opens in 6 weeks. It's time for you guys to wake up. You're running out of time for 2025, pharmacists, but you're not going to realize that, unfortunately, until you see other pharmacists taking action and passing. TOEFL IBT, Speaking 26, question 1, Aaron at speaking26.com. Whenever you feel that you can't answer a question number 1, whenever you feel that you don't have ideas or things to say for the small amount of time that is 45 seconds, you are forgetting what TOEFL tells you about question number 1. TOEFL describes question number 1 as a familiar topic. What does that mean, familiar topic? It means, would you say that's a hard topic or an easy topic? If you had to choose one, familiar. That's more like an easy topic. Yes, one that we are already familiar with. TOEFL says this about question number 1. They do not say that about question number 3. Familiar topic. Now, for those of you that have made it this far, instead of clicking and going to something else that doesn't help you get your pharmacist license, good job. Here's the part that you get to hear that other people who clicked away don't get to hear. One of the reasons why questions 1 are hard for you is because you insist on practicing with so many free questions on the internet from AI, from other teachers and tutors, from other websites that aren't ETS. You insist on, you think that the best strategy is to expose yourself to 1 million different questions, 1 billion different questions for free. So you're practicing with questions number 1 that do not come from ETS. That's one of the reasons why you are practicing with unfamiliar topics, unfortunately. I want you to get 26 on speaking. Therefore, I want you to be practicing with official TOEFL practice questions. And the official TOEFL practice questions, like the real test questions of the TOEFL, are going to be about a familiar topic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you really need to find that. You need to find where ETS TOEFL, not anything else TOEFL, says, in question number 1, we are going to ask you about a familiar topic. If you're willing to do the work to find where they say that, you can find it in the official practice questions, the study guides, and the official practice book questions. If you're willing to find that and see how ETS does describe question number 1 as a familiar topic, but does not describe question number 3 that way, that should give you some confidence. It should also be a correction to the questions that you are practicing with. Stop insisting on 1 million different questions that are free that don't come from ETS TOEFL. Okay, pharmacists, you guys have about 6 weeks. Which actions are you going to take? What are you going to do to improve your life? 2025 is passing by pretty quickly. I wish you the best, and I hope you take more action than you did in March. Best of luck to all test takers. Aaron at speaking26.com. Best of luck to all test takers.
Disclaimer. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and is presented at the individual's own risk. It is not intended to defame any entity or individual. Aaron and his guests make no representations or warranties of any kind, either express or implied, regarding the completeness or suitability of the information. The views expressed by Aaron and his guests are not affiliated with, approved by, or endorsed by any entity or organization, including, but not limited to, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, NABP, FPGEE, the Test of English as a Foreign Language, TOEFL, and Educational Testing Service, ETS.
The main purpose behind that video is to educate other students that everyone has their own way. Okay. But just go like stick with someone. Believe me, like the templates, maybe some people will get the 26 using templates, but it's not because they use the strict template, the templates as it is. It's because they developed their own fluency that could overcome the structure of that template.
A person that you can see and hear, the speaking templates are wrong. Because to get 26 on speak, and when you see somebody who did get 26 on speaking or above, and they tell you they used the speaking template, they did not get 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking because of the speaking template. No, they got 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking in spite of the limiting nature of the speaking template. They got 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking because their speaking fluency was so good, is so good, that it was able to overcome the limiting structure that is speaking templates.
I never got 26 using AI website.
Okay, but you did on the real test after meetings with me.
Yeah.
If you want to see more videos with people giving you their best advice on how they got their 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking, you can watch that YouTube playlist. It's connected to this video, and you can find it by searching for TOEFL IBT Speaking 26. You can also find it by going through speaking26.com. These are people who before were not getting 26 on TOEFL speaking, and after did get 26 and pass their tests. I asked them, hey, can you give your best advice to people who are still taking the test? How did you go from not passing to passing?
When I read about the TOEFL exam, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, straightforward thing. It's an English exam. How difficult can it be?
The pharmacy board needs specifically 26 in speaking.
I used to change the template. Maybe this is more advanced, so I will use this the next exam, and I try to practice this for maybe a month or two to be able to master it, to say it without thinking. Every time I found myself getting maybe less score or the same score. It doesn't make any difference to just change the templates and use different introductory words. It didn't make any difference for me. Some of my friends advised me to start taking sessions with you.
This helped me in passing my TOEFL exam. Erin helped me to pass and get 26.
Erin, actually, any words will not be enough. But really, I'm very thankful.
26 in speaking, and I finally got it, and I'm so excited to get to the next step in my pharmacist license.
Look at my accent, look at people who got 26. So just surround yourself with people who motivate you.
Look, I passed. That bit that's missing is probably the most important bit to get you to 26.
Yes.
And that's the bit where Aaron, I felt, helped me realize where I was going wrong. And that bit where I was going wrong, I think it goes for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you speak English is your first language or not. That bit that was missing is something everyone really needs to understand in order to get that 26.
Once you are in the level that you need to become advanced in order to get the 26, you need to get rid of the templates.
Template will hinder your ability to deliver the question, because it shows that you are reading something or you are not speaking, you are reading.
I was using completely different template or different way. I started to apply your way, and once I started to practice your way, it's easy for me.
That was really good for me. It really helps me because with this in my mind, I could speak faster, and because I was confident.
It's challenging, but after you pass it, the feeling of victory, it's worth it.
As English is my first language, I thought the speaking templates would be enough to get me the 26 that I needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I only scored a 23. Your lack of getting 26 is not due to your speaking ability. It has been due to your less than optimal strategy. Get rid of the training wheels.
The templates were like, oh my God, why did they create those templates?
Aaron, you are a big helpful for students like us. We need somebody to like stir revolution in our heart inside, give life to our conversation. And this will never happen through other sites like they have exact traditional pattern, the template, first, second. For example, don't say, for example, the second time, for instance. Really? And like robot, I felt myself without life. I don't have the freedom to speak.
You don't have to worry that much about how can I mention 2 reasons with 2 details or 2 examples. It's too much for me. You help students to increase their fluency.
Instead of following that speaking template or any other speaking template, trust your fluency.
For the students who are taking with you, trust this guy. He's amazing. He will shift or improve your level as soon as possible.
Like just jump my score from 23 to 26, like this. How many hours I took with you? 5. Look at this. 5 hours in 2 weeks. I passed my test.
I was surprised that I passed after 5 sessions together.
I hope you keep inspiring and helping more pharmacists and more other students to achieve their goal and become a professional here in the United States.
If I had just, found you earlier.
For people who's really, they have concern and they need to do it very fast, go to the original, the source of help.
Go to Aaron. He's the guy. He was the guy for me. And hopefully he's the guy for you. And he'll set you straight. He'll tell you what you need to do to get that 26